Today I'd like to make the introductory video to a new video series I'm going to be posting here on my YouTube channel. As preppers, we're preparing for a lot of different kind of emergencies. Some of those might be things such as power outages, earthquake, loss of jobs. Some of the more extreme cases might be something like economic collapse, EMP, and so on and so forth. But one emergency that's very difficult to prepare for is being diagnosed with cancer. With all of my prepping projects, I like thinking about the odds of something happening. So here are some of the odds with regard to cancer. So there's over 3.5 million new cases of cancer diagnosed each year in the US alone. Of all the deaths in the US, 1 out of 4 are going to be from cancer. In the UK, more than 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with some form of cancer in their lifetime. So that's 1 out of 2 men and 1 out of 3 women. 2 million of these types of cancer are skin cancer. They're caused by overexposure to the sun. 30% are from obesity, physical inactivity, poor nutrition, and it's estimated that more than 4 in 10 cases could be prevented with some kind of lifestyle change, such as not smoking, cutting back on alcohol, maintaining a healthy body weight, and avoiding excessive sun exposure. So in a way, you could prepare yourself in some aspects to getting diagnosed with cancer. So for me, this is preparedness. The odds of being diagnosed with cancer are much greater than any kind of zombie apocalypse or anything like that happening. So I take this very seriously, and this is going to be the fundamental basis of this new video series. I have a very special interest in this particular project because I have first-hand experience with cancer. I've never shared this before on my YouTube channel, but I am a cancer survivor. When I was 20 years old, I was diagnosed with cancer. The doctors found a germ cell tumor in my chest. At the time, it was estimated to be the size of a grapefruit, and it was in the center of my chest. So one moment I was a college student, the next I was withdrawn from school on medical leave and began a very intensive chemotherapy treatment for 12 weeks straight. During the chemotherapy treatment, you lose all your hair, you get very sick, lose weight. It was a very scary time. I didn't really want to have a whole bunch of photos taken of me during that time, but I have one photo that I was going to share with you guys. This is me when I was 20 years old going through chemotherapy treatment. So as you can see, no hair, very skinny. I was actually over 100 pounds less than what I am today, so it's a very scary time. So after the 12 weeks of chemotherapy was done, they had to remove the mass from my chest, and they weren't really sure. They knew it shrunk, but they weren't sure how much it shrank, and more importantly, what it was attached to. This could have been attached to a lung, a large artery, even my heart. It was real scary. They didn't really know until they opened me up to find it. So I had an open chest surgery when I was 20 years old, and I'll show you my battle wounds. So I have a scar here from the open chest surgery down the center. So they opened up my chest and my sternum. Also here I have a scar of my portacath, and this is a portacath. They insert it in here into your large artery that goes directly to your heart, so you don't have to have all the chemotherapy go through your veins in your hands or in your arms, because you kill your veins very quickly that way. So this is more of a direct line into your bloodstream. So they opened me up, they found the mass. At that time, the chemotherapy had shrunk it down to the size of a golf ball. So they removed this mass from my chest, they did a biopsy on it, it was deemed to be cancer-free, and at that point I was in cancer remission. It's been over a decade now of being in remission. I'm in my mid-30s now, and I've been very fortunate to have a success story with cancer, but there's so many people that don't have the same kind of story that I do. It's very sad, and I try to give back to the cancer community any way I can, and that's going to be the purpose of this particular video. The American Cancer Society is a nationwide voluntary health organization dedicated to eliminating cancer. This is their website that you see here. You could go to it at cancer.org. They provide a lot of different information, learning about cancer, staying healthy, finding support and treatment, exploring research, and getting involved. And their largest fundraising event that they have is called Relay for Life. So Relay for Life is a community-based fundraising event for the American Cancer Society. There's more than 5,000 Relay for Life events that take place across 20 countries. The mission for Relay for Life is to raise funds to improve cancer survival, decrease the incidence of cancer and to improve the quality of life for cancer patients and their caretakers. It's often organized as a multi-day public gathering spanning all day and all night in a large outdoor space. Many people bring tents and camp out around the walking tracks. So people will walk around these tracks for 24 hours straight as a team. And it's used to not only raise funds for the American Cancer Society, but also as a kind of a mission statement or to create awareness. Perhaps they have a family member or a loved one that's currently battling cancer or maybe lost their battle with cancer, and they're using this as a statement to that. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to integrate prepping in a positive light towards a community event such as Relay for Life. The largest project I've done here on my YouTube channel has been of my urban bug-out bag. This project took me around 18 months to complete, and for the most part I've received positive feedback regarding it. But it has come with its fair share of critique. A lot of people feel that this bag is too heavy, too large to carry in any kind of bug-out scenario. People feel that if I carried it for a few miles that I would pass out from exhaustion on it. So I thought that this Relay for Life event would be a great way of putting that critique to the test, all for a good cause. Let me explain. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be participating in an upcoming Relay for Life event while carrying my urban bug-out bag for the entire duration of the event. Usually with Relay for Life, you're part of a team and the entire team walks the event for 24 hours and just takes turns. I'm going to be doing the entire event, the 24 hours, with my bug-out bag and possibly with some of you that might want to join my team, just as kind of a test of endurance, of strength, willpower, and more importantly, a symbolic representation of emergency preparedness and cancer survival. So I'm going to be doing a trial run in a couple weeks on Saturday, May 10th at Husky Stadium, which is at the University of Washington in Seattle, Washington. I'm going to be doing kind of a trial run just to make sure my bag regulation's working fine, see if I need to do any tweaks to it before the event, possibly meet some of you here in the YouTube prepper community at the event. And then my official Bob Walk is going to be Friday, June 13th through Saturday, June 14th at Mount Tahoma High School, which is in Tacoma, Washington. For my research, this event brings in the most money for the Relay for Life in the state of Washington. So that's the event that I wanted to be a part of. So I'm going to be having a tent set up there. I'm going to be doing the survival lap, also participating in the Luminaria ceremony. It should be a fun time. So I'm going to be tracking my laps, my miles. I'll be filming the entire event, possibly meeting some of you. And then it's just going to be a fun time. I'm calling it my Bob Walk. So my urban bug-out bag is going to have to be slightly altered just to adhere to some of the track rules since it is out of school. So things like fuel canisters you can't really bring. There'll be a large list. But I'm going to make sure that the weight of the Bob is the same just to get an accurate representation of what it would be like to carry for an extended period of time. So I'm pretty excited about this. Doing this Relay for Life event through YouTube, it provides me with a much more far-reaching voice than I could ever dream to do locally, since I have a lot of subscribers from all around the world. I'm pretty blessed to have. So that's my plan for my Bob Walk of 2014. Here on YouTube, we often refer to ourselves as being part of the prepper community or the YouTube prepper community. So in honor of our little niche group that we have here on YouTube, I'm going to be naming my Relay for Life team the Prepper Community. So some of my team members include Kid Prepper, Miss Urban Prepper, Tactical Temptress, Honeygram, and more. They're all going to be at this Relay for Life event as part of the prepper community. And for those of you that are local to the greater Seattle area, I would be honored if you would walk by my side during this event as part of my Bob Walk for 2014. If you're interested in being a part of my team and walking by my side, perhaps with your own bug-out bags, please send me a private message regarding your interest in this. Here are some ways that you could help out with my upcoming Bob Walk in 2014. A while back I made a video called Graphic Designer APB, and I received a lot of responses from you here in the prepper community that happen to be graphic designers as well. And what we did is we came up with several prepper themed designs that were pretty fun to make, specific for this project. And what I did is I uploaded them to Spreadshirt.com and made a little store there called TheUrbanPrepper.Spreadshirt.com that hosts all of these designs that you could purchase them for t-shirts. For example, here's one that was created by a YouTuber. It's the iPrep shirt with a little pear, which kind of represents prepare. So most importantly, all the proceeds that are generated from these t-shirts will be going directly to the American Cancer Society in the name of the prepper community as part of this Relay for Life event, or my Bob Walk 2014. So let's check out the TheUrbanPrepper.Spreadshirt.com store right now. Here's the Spreadshirt shop on the TheUrbanPrepper.Spreadshirt.com that has various designs. I have several more designs to upload to the site. For example, here's the one that I like wearing, the Got Preps one. Here's a Preppin' Ain't Easy, and let's continue on. These are all created by YouTube graphic designers here in the prepper community. This one's on the kind of the big three of prepping: food, water, shelter, kind of like the Triforce of Wisdom, and from Zelda, a little Zelda reference. Here's some prepper math. 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is for me. Here's one specific for the cancer, a bug out cancer, the eye prep that you saw earlier. And let's continue on over here, third page. I have several more of these designs I'm going to be uploading from now until the event, and I'll actually be doing a special dedicated video just to give shout outs to everyone that helped contribute to this. Here's one, a little play on the whole survival aspect. So, but as you can see, a lot of cool designs here. Several more are going to be uploaded within the next few weeks. Here's the Relay for Life homepage again, so relayforlife.org. If you want to find my team, the prepper community, it's very simple. You just go to the main page. You could search for me, Cliff, the Urban Prepper, or you could just simply search for Prepper in the team name. So just type in Prepper, go to search. I'll also include links in the description box below if you don't want to go through this process. You'll see the team here, the prepper community, Cliff, the Urban Prepper. So if you click that, you can go to, here's my team homepage. As you can see, it's just me for right now, so I'm hoping that others will want to walk by my side. If you don't happen to want a t-shirt, but you say, hey Cliff, here's $10 to help support the cause. You just go to donate now, yes, donate to this team, and then you could just do whatever kind of donation that you want there, and you could add a little message there. So I thought it'd be pretty cool on some of the messages if you wanted to list where you're from, a prepper from Venezuela or something, just to show how far-reaching this prepper community is for this and interested in helping out with this good cause. I've set several goals for this particular project, which I'll share with you now. So as far as fundraising goes, I'd like to generate and donate $5,000 to the American Cancer Society in the name of the prepper community, so you here on YouTube. As of today, I have around 33,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I figure if I have 1 to 2% of those subscribers help out with this particular project, that would more than exceed the goal that I have financially, which would be just awesome. Another goal is just to create awareness for emergency preparedness, but in a positive light. So often with prepping, it's seen as a negative thing. It's whether it be in the news from some wacko that does something horrible that calls himself a prepper, maybe just from the show Doomsday Preppers, which shows prepping in a kind of negative light. I'd like to show it in a positive light by doing good for the community in the name of preparedness. Another goal that I have is just to honor those who have survived cancer, those who are currently fighting cancer, and those who unfortunately lost their battle to cancer. I'd also like to celebrate my own survival from cancer as a success story for others that might be currently fighting it. Another goal that I have is just to generally strengthen the prepper community both locally and internationally. I've been very blessed to have a wide range of people all across the world that have liked my videos, which I'm very appreciative of, and I just would like to generally strengthen our prepper community. Another goal that I have is just to test out my bug out bag a little bit. This is a great opportunity for me to do it. While I won't have every single item that I currently have in my bug out bag for this event due to different restrictions, I'm going to have the weight in there for this particular challenge. So just to test out the general contents of my urban bug out bag. And then lastly, to meet fellow preppers from my local community. I know there's a lot of you that live in the greater Seattle area, which I would love to meet or even possibly participate in the prepper community on my team for Relay for Life. Stay tuned for more information regarding my upcoming Bob Walk. New t-shirt designs are going to be uploaded from now until the day of the event on June 13th. So make sure you check out TheUrbanPrepper.Spreadshirt.com for those designs that were created by you here in the YouTube prepper community. So again, my goal is to honor those who have survived cancer, those who are currently fighting cancer, and those that lost their battle to cancer, and to put prepping in a positive light by trying to show support to that cause. So you can find out more information in the description box below and links to ways that you could help me achieve the goals that I have for this project. And just one little simple thing that you could do is just help by tweeting this on Twitter, liking it on Facebook, just to help spread the word to other preppers that you know here in the prepper community. So in the end, our message is simple. Bug out, Cancer. Sincerely, the prepper community. See you guys soon.